Jai Shri Ram. Disruptive. This is a very nice word. I like this word. One meaning you already know. Disruptive is causing or tending to cause disruption. Disruptive to home life. Troublemaking, troublesome, unruly, rowdy, disorderly, riotous, wild, turbulent, out of control, truculent, obstreperous. That's an important GRE word again. Obstreperous means very noisy, rebellious and difficult to control. You want a mnemonic? अबे ट्री पर से नीचे आ, ट्री के ऊपर बैठा हुआ है, अबे उस ट्री पर से नीचे आ, नहीं सुनेगा, चिल्लाएगा. That is obstreperous, loud, noisy and rebellious and difficult to control. Truculent, if you ask a truck driver to lend his truck, he will get aggressive and disorderly. Truculent, fractious, divisive, errant, rebellious, disturbing, distracting. So refractory, raucous means very noisy, harsh voice. So you learnt a lot of GRE words here: obstreperous, truculent, refractory, errant, uncooperative, rebellious and all that. Now opposite of disruptive is well behaved and manageable, amenable, like Sun So Han Ching. You know that fellow, no? Sun So Han Ching? Okay. Now that's a spoonerism, okay. Now the more interesting meaning of the word disruptive in a positive sense now. Disruptive, causing radical change in an existing industry or market through being innovative. So a disruptive technology, that means innovative, inventive. So disruptive means inventive. So the one common negative meaning is causing problems, noise, etc., so that something cannot continue normally. In a classroom you have a disruptive student. Disruptive students are a pain in the neck anyway. So these are people who don't let the class continue properly. They will keep doing something, fidgeting, squirming, or talking or not listening. Though they are quiet, they will make faces at the teacher or the lecturer, and this is all disruptive behavior. And such people have a disruptive influence on the rest of the class also. So they are a nuisance. So that's negative. Are you a disruptive thinker? Disruptive thinker means you are open-minded. Be open-minded. Disruptive thinkers are willing to consider new and unconventional ideas, even if they go against the norm. So disruptive means open-minded and proactive. Open-minded, non-conformist and proactive. Disruptive thinkers. Disruptive thinkers can solve problems, cut the Gordian knot. Cutting the Gordian knot means to take a bold, aggressive, swift action and solve problems. Cut the Gordian knot. So proactive, open-minded, cutting the Gordian knot, unconventional. So disruptive thinking involves taking the initiative to identify and solve problems rather than simply reacting to them. So be a disruptive thinkers. So disruptive behaviors are actually in the negative sense. Adolescents will display that. Some stupid students in a classroom, they'll do that. Inattention, hyperactivity, impulsivity, oppositionality, opposing, asking silly questions, showing defiance and conduct problems, antisocial behaviors, hyperactiveness. That is all that. Now disruptive model. What is a disruptive business model? Creating disintermediation, refining or re-engineering a product or service. So a disruptive model re-engineers a product or service. So if you want your company to do very well, please incorporate disruptive thinkers who will promote disruptive business models, and that will give you a distinctive competitive value. So disruption is a good thing. Hello. Disruption is the single greatest opportunity for any company today, and that will help you innovate and provide novel solutions to problems. So stop looking at disruption through a negative lens. Encourage disruptive people, disruptive students, but disruptive in the sense, in the right positive sense. Otherwise, disruptive students are yelling and fighting and doing, talking, laughing, crying, snoring in class, engaging in content on a laptop, not listening and doing everything else. Anyway, the father of disruptive innovation was Clayton Christensen, Harvard Business School professor. Clayton Christensen is known as the father of disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovation. Disruptive leadership is another concept. Disruptive leadership, the most effective way to drive innovation and bring about positive change in business. By adapting to change and encouraging experimentation, and innovation. Disruptive leaders are those who can really lead teams to new heights of successes in today's world. So be a disruptive leader. Encourage disruptive leaders at all levels. Put tendencies towards rule breaking, break rules, and ask questions, and zero based budgeting. Okay, this is a style of visionary leadership, making change and making progress. A willingness to challenge the status quo, and take bold, innovative initiative and action which emphasizes thinking outside the box. Think outside the box. So, I think I have decided that I am going to become a disruptionist. I am a disruptionist, an incorrigible, conscientious disruptionist, a professional polemicist, a hard-boiled devil's advocate, and from now onwards, I have dedicated my life to be a dharmic disruptionist. I will disrupt everything in order to forward dharma. So I don't bother about who is criticizing me. Forget the rules. We will disrupt everything if dharma can be achieved even by methods which are seemingly adharmic. So be a disruptionist, that is one who favors disruption. So be a disruptor and say Jai Shri Ram.